And we're back with Ben 10 Alien Force, this time Season 3, Episode 18. Sort of like the penultimate, because I think the finale is supposed to be a two-parter, so Episode 19 and 20 is the finale. So this kind of makes it the penultimate episode of Ben 10 Alien Force as a whole, because there's literally this, and then the two-part finale, and then we're done with Alien Force. It's been a long road, has it not? So, yeah, what happened last time? We had the plumbers helpers in space. And they were sent on this test by Max, where it was they were simulating that Ben had gone evil, and that he'd taken Max in this plumber's satellite orbiting the Earth. And they had to learn to work together to not only fight Ben off, but also to stop the satellite from crashing into London. And they were ready to sacrifice themselves, which is, now you think about it, kind of emotional. These kids who are not even like 16 yet, they probably like 16 or less, especially Alan, because Alan seems like a 12-year-old. But all these kids, they were ready to give their lives to save a country of strangers they didn't know. So, and I've got to be honest, was anyone else thinking, when we found out at the beginning that Ben had gone evil, was anyone else thinking of Albedo? Because I did for a second, but I forgot to mention it last episode. I was thinking of Albedo for a second. Because where the hell has he gone? Where has he gone? Like, he was in one episode, and he seemed like an awesome kind of villain to have for Ben, but then he's just gone. And if last episode was the last time we see the Plumbers Helpers, then I'm grateful we got a full episode with them. Because Manny and Helen, I feel like we've had the most of, because they've been in the most episodes. Alan only showed up in a couple, but still, he was a decent character. And then Pierce kind of showed up later on, when we went to the Null Void, and we just found him there. But yeah, they were all good in their own right. Manny was particularly annoying when we first met him. But yeah, they've all proven themselves to be decent characters, and if last episode was the last time we'll see them, then it was a good send-off for them. But yeah, moving on to this episode now, I wonder if it will keep to the quality that the later half of this season has been giving us recently. Because honestly, I was expecting a lot worse when people were saying that Season 3 is not that good. And obviously I do notice the differences, and I do notice that it's below the grade of Seasons 1 and 2, but I still think this season has been very good. This season has been very good. It's not as good as 1 and 2, but it's still very good. A lot of great episodes, probably some of the, like, if I was to say my top 10 Ben 10 Alien Force episodes, a lot of them would be in this. Quite a few, maybe even half of them would be in this season. Because we've had a lot of good episodes, like the Vilgax vs. Ghost Freak episode, the Hybrid Epilogue episode was amazing, the Wrath episode, which is supposed to be coming out tonight when I'm recording this. That episode's coming out tonight. That was a very good episode. We've had some solid bangers from this season. Yeah, I wonder if this episode can keep to that trend, so let's not waste any time finding out. So let's just get into Season 3, Episode 18 of Ben 10 Alien Force, starting right now! Who are you? Who are you? I don't recognise him. Have we met him before? Nicely done. He's got an awesome design, I'll tell you that. Oh, he's in the Null Void. Is that gate to the Null Void, or is he in the Null Void? I imagine he's in the Null Void. And he's out. Oh, hello! It's my favourite alien.
You two cats want to tangle around? Come on, let's do it.
Let me,
It's enough for me for the lot of you.
let me tell you something.
New plan. Run away! Run away! No! Mom?
Oh.
Kevin, I was out shopping.
Never met her before.
Look what they did. Honey, there's something I should have told you a long time ago.
What can either of you tell me about an alien creep called Ragnarok? Never heard of him. What are you working on? None of your business. I need to find the guy is all.
We'll help.
I didn't ask for help. I asked for information. If you don't have any, stay out of this.
Okay.
Right. Like that's gonna happen.
Yeah.
I'll get my jacket.
Hey, it's Phil.
In those days, an energetic, likable fella. Ship won't go any faster, Devon. Have you tried
Devon?
flapping your
Oh,
arms?
Kevin's dad. I thought Phil was his partner.
Where is my key?
You tried checking under the couch?
How in the world will you be quite so cavalier with the life of your partner?
No.
Don't worry about me, Devon. If the choice is me or the solar system, it's no choice at all.
You get nothing from me.
Your friend it is, then.
Oh!
Devon!
So he was the one who killed Kevin's dad. Did he die? Yep.
You tell my wife and son I love them.
I think that's the first death on screen in Ben 10 we've had.
You have my word. I promise they'll be proud.
First on-screen death I think we've ever seen in Ben 10.
You killed my father. Prepare to die.
You can't do this on your own, Kevin. Yeah, not on your own.
The plumber spawned before I eliminated him.
Hey!
No!
Kevin, what are you doing?
He's mine!
Yeah, you can't do it, mate.
Gone. This is all your fault. You
Eh?
let him get away. I told you not to butt in. We're gonna help you capture this creep if it's the last thing we do. Right. Capture.
That's not what he's on his mind.
This won't hurt. I promise. That's it, Kevin. I can feel our connection.
I felt that from episode 1.
Okay?
He's in the photo.
This is it.
At last. Ingenious, your father.
It very much is. Hey!
No extra charge. It's part of the service.
You reckon the house is already wrecked, but you're not helping.
Enough time.
Yeah, you're not helping the situation, Kevin. Ugh!
My ship returned from hyperspace where it has been hidden all these years.
Okay, sweet. Once again, leaving Earth.
Split up and search. You go port, I'll go starboard. Hey, who died and made you boss? If you got a problem with it, you. Hey,
We can cover more ground this way. Come on.
Don't leave Kevin on his own.
this way, I found him.
No, he's
Ready
not.
for any- Hey, what is this?
It's an escape pod.
I asked you to stay out of this.
Oh, Kevin, what have you done?
I should have eliminated you when I had the chance.
Your mistake.
Bloody hell!
This time, I'll finish the job.
Hey!
One of us will. Saving the Earth and avenging my dad.
The energy vortex is a delicate balance. Disrupt its controlled feed and it can implode.
It's not the first time Kevin's interrupted a delicate balance.
Thanks for the tip.
Kevin, I hope you're not doing the self-sacrifice play here. This is not good. Oh!
Save me.
Save you? You killed my dad, remember?
Yes, your father. He was a plumber, an honorable man. He would never let anyone die if he could help it. Please, go home.
For my father.
Oh!
Kevin!
And then some. Nice to know you guys appreciate me. You're alive?
How are you alive?
Hey, I'm a survivor, remember? Guess I got it from my dad.
How did you survive?
Saving the world. And Ragnarok? Didn't make it.
Okay. Oh, yeah. I thought I recognised him. The voice of Ragnarok. John DiMaggio once again. Same guy who does Wrath. So, okay. This episode, once again, like others, it felt like it ended very fast. How did Kevin survive that? And it doesn't feel like he's learned a lesson, really, because he didn't save Ragnarok. He didn't save Ragnarok, so he's not like learned his lesson of mercy. Although I don't know why I expect Kevin to do that. Like maybe Ben or Gwen would do that, but not Kevin. Kevin wouldn't do that, I guess. So fair enough. But no explanation whatsoever as to how the hell he survived that explosion and how he made it back down to Earth so fast. Just, I'm a survivor. That's just his excuse. Okay, so we started off with a prison break and it turned into Ragnarok escaping prison in the Null Void. It really sucks that not only the Null Void has its own prison. You'd think the Null Void itself is a prison, but then again, I also remember an episode with the Null Void where we learned that people are living a life. Like they take the Null Void as like a new place to live. So yeah, I suppose it makes sense that the Null Void would have its own prison. You'd think the Null Void would be its own prison in itself, but the Null Void has a prison. And I think that's the first time I think we've ever seen someone escape from the Null Void. I mean, obviously Max and the plumbers helpers have to have done it. So is there just this constant portal open to the Null Void? Because that's what it seemed he went through. Ragnarok went through when he got out. So I guess there's just this constant portal open. And from then on, this was a very Kevin-centric episode, which I did feel it quite weird that we're introducing a new villain so close to the end of this series. Like, there's literally only 2 episodes left. It feels so strange to introduce a new villain now and then just get rid of him straight off the bat. But yeah, we also got to meet Kevin's parents. well, separately, but we got to meet Kevin's parents, his mum and his dad, who was Max's old partner. I imagine was this before or after Phil? Because obviously in the original series, Max's old partner was Phil, another plumber. So did Devon come before Phil or after him? And we got a little flashback to Grandpa Max and Devon versus Ragnarok the last time, and we might have just, and Devon sacrificed himself for Max. You know, I know it would retcon a lot of stuff, but you think it does mess with continuity a bit, because when they first meet Kevin in the original series, Max has no idea who he is. But in this one, it sort of references that he does know Devon has a family. So it messes with continuity a bit, but we'll take it anyway. We'll take it. Ragnarok came to Kevin's home looking for the key that Devon stole from him. And that's when Kevin learns that Ragnarok was the one who killed his dad, and then he just goes on a war path. Just the whole episode he's on a constant war path for Ragnarok. Even though he's getting his ass handed to him every time they meet up. It looks like they're actually getting somewhere when he teams up with Gwen and Ben, but he doesn't want that, he wants to keep them out of it. Even after they find the key back at home in the picture frame, and it just goes into Ragnarok's head, which was so creepy, but it turns out it's a key that hides his spaceship that's hiding in orbit, that can drain the power of the sun. Once again, we left Earth. Again, how many times are we going to leave Earth this season? I imagine we're going to do it one more time in the finale, but who knows, it could be Earth-based. We get up to the ship, and Kevin immediately ejects Gwen and Ben from the ship with the escape pod. And then from then on, I thought this is going to be a one-on-one battle between Ben and Ragnarok, between Kevin and Ragnarok, and Kevin's just been getting his ass handed to him the whole episode. So it's just the two of them one-on-one. Instead of choosing to fight Ragnarok, I mean, he does fight Ragnarok as well, but he chooses to go after the machine itself first. So in a way, he's getting both, because he said so himself. He's saving the world and avenging his dad at the same time by destroying the machine. But yeah, I was surprised at the end that he just let Ragnarok die. I was surprised he just let Ragnarok die like that. I thought he would have learnt a lesson of mercy. But then again, this is Kevin, so what should I expect? Yeah. I liked this episode a lot, but it did feel very out of place considering how close we are to the end of the series. Like, it felt so late in the game to introduce a new villain and to have a Kevin-centric episode when next episode is literally the finale part 1. So it just felt very, and not to mention it, once again, with a lot of episodes this season, they do feel like they end very fast, and this one felt the same way. I do feel like the people who wrote this season had a lot of problems with pacing. Because, literally, they spend, 15 minutes building up to it, and then, they spend, 15 minutes building up to it, and then 4 or 5 minutes on the finale, and then they realise, oh shit, we've only got 1 minute left to end this, and that's what they do. So it does feel like with a lot of episodes recently, they have forgotten that they only have a time limit. They have a very small time limit and they've got to keep to it, so I felt like this episode could have used an extra 5 minutes or so. But yeah, let's rank this. Okay, is it better than episode 10? I don't think so. Is it better than episode 8? Don't think so. Better than episode 13? Don't think so. Better than episode 15, which was the Back to the Future episode? Don't think so. Was it better than episode 14, which was the Primus episode? No, it wasn't. Was it better than episode 16, which was the Chromostone Tetrax episode? Nope, wasn't better than that. Wasn't better than the last episode with the plumber's kids. Was it better than episode 11, which was the Dark Star episode? Another Kevin-centric episode. This might be where this episode sits. It either sits below or above episode 11. I hate to do this, but just because of how out of place it felt towards the end of the series, it just felt like we were getting towards the end of the series, and then someone thought, oh, why don't we just sneak this last good idea in, and they just made it. So I'm gonna put it below episode 11. So a bit of a drop down from the previous episodes, but you know what? It's still in the top half. I think it is, but it's right there, dab in the middle. It could have been one of the lowest. It could have been at the bottom, but no. So the quality didn't completely drop, but it did just feel like we're at the end now. Why are you just making this strange one shot that goes nowhere? I feel like when you're getting towards the end of the series, like everything you're doing should be leading up to something big. But hey ho, it sits there smack dab in the middle of our rankings, and that is all we've got for this week of Ben 10 Alien Force. Next week we'll be starting the finale of Ben 10 Alien Force. Isn't that mad? So yeah, that is all we've got for this week. Until next time, we are over and out. Bye!